What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for Lines.com, Playpicks.com. I'm going to talk to you about the Week 12 line, just the market rundown. I can't believe it's already Week 12. How is this happening? Give me back some of my NFL season. But let's kick things off here with the three Thanksgiving games. We've got the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Right now, Chicago Bears are 3 to 3.5 point favorites as we sit. Of course, this looks like this is going to be an Andy Dalton game for the Bears. On the Lions side, not quite sure who's going to go at quarterback for them, whether it be Goff or Boyle, but either way, it's still a winless team in the NFL. And we're looking at about a 3.5 point spread. Can't imagine the news of whoever starts for Detroit is going to move this thing any further, but we will monitor that for sure. Total in that one, very low, 41 to 41.5. Raiders and the Cowboys, we take a look here, sitting 7 or 8 in this one, in favor of the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, of course, lay an egg this past week against the Chiefs. Couldn't get even double-digit points on the board there. Now, they had to play that game without Amari Cooper. They will have to play this game without Amari Cooper. He is on the COVID list. Also, CeeDee Lamb had to leave with concussion. So Ezekiel Elliott did miss some time. They say he is going to be back for this game. So something to monitor in this one for sure. We will be monitoring this one right up until time because CeeDee Lamb can't go. Maybe an 8 looks interesting on the Raiders, even as bad as they have been. Total of about 51 points in that game. Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. The Bills and the Saints are sitting right now at 4.5 in favor of the road Bills. Total in this one sitting in the 46.5 range. Interesting thing about all 6 of these teams that are playing on Thanksgiving Day, all 6 are coming off losses. All 6 of those teams lost this past week. So no real overvalue or correction in the lines due to a big win or a big loss because they all lost this past week. Saints are, of course, are still trying to figure out how to get any offense generated on that side of the ball. And then the Bills just got ran all over this past week by the Colts. If Alvin Kamara is back for the Saints, can the Saints do the same thing against the Bills? I'm sure they watched that tape, try and figure out if they can mimic what the Colts did against this Bills team this past week. On to Sunday, Steelers and the Bengals. Right now, Bengals are 4 to 4.5 point favorites in that one, a total of about 45.5. Bengals with a big win over the Raiders. Scoreboard was a little bit worse than the game actually went. There was a garbage time touchdown there for the Bengals, but still very good game for them. Steelers gave their best effort of the year this past week and still couldn't get it done. Still couldn't get the win. And you got to wonder if there's any kind of holdover from that, how this team's going to respond. Bengals are in the playoff hunt. And if they were to win this game, they're going to be real smack dab in the middle of the playoff hunt. This defense played a little bit better this past week. Of course, the offense is the offense. We know what you get when you get Joe Burrow and those 3 receivers and Joe Mixon and everything like that. Tampa Bay Bucks, Indianapolis Colts. The Bucks, 2.5 to 3 point road favorites over the Colts. Again, the Colts, like I said, coming off that big win this past week. The Bucks coming off of a nice win on Monday night over the Giants, where it looked like that offense started to play a little bit better here on the defensive side of the ball. It's tough to tell. Daniel Jones had a rough night, played a really bad game, so don't really know exactly how they will be here. Interesting teaser leg possibility here with the Colts at the 2.5 as well. Game sitting about 51.5 right now on the total. Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins get an outright win this past week as 3-point favorites. They go ahead and cover that as well. Find themselves as a 1.5 to 2 point dogs to Carolina. Carolina loses this past week to the Washington football team with Cam Newton back under center. Cam didn't play bad, didn't play good. He was just somewhere in the middle, right? And that's kind of what we saw from them. Total in this one sitting 42.5. We'll monitor, see if there's anybody coming back on the Dolphins side of the ball as well. Titans and the Patriots. Patriots are sitting 6.5 point favorites right now over the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans are just absolutely ravaged by injury. This total sitting 44.5. Patriots coming off of a nice win this past week, which maybe there's a little bit of that carrying over right here into this number. This is really a game where, what do you believe? Do you believe that the Patriots are one of the better teams in the NFL? And if that's the case, then maybe this number is appropriate. Do you believe that the Patriots are a little bit overvalued? If that's the case, you'd probably take this 6.5 all day long with this Titans team that, again, even though they lost to the Texans this past week, if you look at that box score, they dominated that game. I mean, they won by nearly 2 yards a play. They had over 400 yards of total offense compared to 190 for the Texans. It really came down to just the turnovers. And Ryan Tannehill hasn't been incredibly turnover prone, so it seems like it was just a really bad off game for him in that one. Eagles and the Giants. Eagles, 3.5-point road favorites over the Giants. Got a total of 46.5. In this one, Giants got beat down on Monday Night Football by the Bucs. You got the Eagles coming off of another big win over the Saints. And that box score, if you look at the final scoreboard anyway, was not indicative. There were some garbage time points there for the Saints. The Eagles team dominated that game. They ran it 50 times in that game. And they've taken to this power running game. And honestly, probably going to work against the Giants as well, whenever you think about how they match up against this Giants defensive line. So something interesting there, even though it is 3 and a hook. Atlanta Falcons and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Right now, Falcons are anywhere. If it's a pick 'em at one, over here you see at Caesars, and it's 1 everywhere else in favor of the Falcons. Total sitting 46.5 to 47. This Falcons team really playing bad here over the last month, but then there might not be a team playing worse than the Jacksonville Jaguars right now. Cannot get anything going on the offensive side of the ball, just completely stagnant. They've lost all their weapons at the wide receiver position as well. And I don't know if they're doing Trevor Lawrence any favors with the plays that they're calling. So it is interesting to see the Falcons just a 1-point favorite in this one. Maybe that one ends up on the card for the week. New York Jets and the Houston Texans. Yes, the battle of the bads. And we are sitting at right now, 2.5 to 3-point favorites are the Texans at home over the Jets, a total of 44 in this game. The question you have to ask yourself is, do the Texans deserve to be favorites over anyone? Doesn't matter if it's the Jets or not. Don't have a sense of who's going to play quarterback for the Jets quite yet. Will it be Flacco? Will Zach Wilson be able to make it back? Something we'll have to monitor throughout the course of the week. Does that even matter to you whenever you are handicapping this game? Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos right now. Denver Broncos, 2.5 to 3-point home underdogs to this Chargers team who bounced back this past week. Big offensive performance against the Steelers. That said, almost blew it. Was allowing the Steelers to get back in this thing somehow. But they do hold on. They do get the win. They do get the cover. And here we find this Chargers team, again, right in the playoff hunt. Certainly need this game. Certainly need this win to help them ease into the playoffs as well. But this is a game where the Broncos might get Bradley Chubb back. He was activated off IR. They still have that 21-day window to actually put him on the active roster, but maybe he's back on that defensive side of the ball. Interesting kind of matchup in this one overall. Probably a stay away for me. Los Angeles Rams and the Green Bay Packers in one of the probably one of the biggest watch games of the week here. The Rams opened as 2.5-point underdogs. This thing got bet down instantly, and now you see it where they're only point underdogs on the road. Actually, a pick 'em over here. It's basically at Caesars and points bet. Green Bay Packers lose this past week, and then you get Aaron Rodgers coming off the field saying that toe injury he was dealing with in practice, someone stepped on his foot, that his toe was in some pain. Rams coming off of a bye, one more week to maybe get Matthew Stafford healthy. I don't know if he was battling something, but it sure seemed like maybe there was some lingering stuff there. And then also one more week to get Odell Beckham worked into that offense as well. We're looking at about a 47.5 total in that game. Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers, 3 to 3.5-point home favorites here in this one over the Vikings. Vikings get a big outright win, as I mentioned, over that Packers team last week. 49ers just continue to do what they do on the ground. They have become a power running team over the last 2 weeks, like something we haven't seen in the NFL in quite some time. They are running the ball 65% of the time, which is in today's NFL completely unheard of. And it's working. So we shall see. Eli Mitchell had to miss last week because he broke his finger, had to get some pins in there, but could be back this week for this 49er team, which would add another layer, another wrinkle to the run game as well. If you give me a 3 and a hook, though, I think I might take the Vikings in this one. Vikings offense, I think, can score for score with anyone. Now, they might not be able to stop the 49ers, but I think they can score with just about anybody. Kirk Cousins has been playing about as good as any quarterback in the NFL this season so far. 48.5 your total there. Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens 3.5 to 4 point favorites over the Browns. It looks like all indications are that Lamar Jackson will be back for this Ravens team this week. Cleveland Browns battling all kinds of injuries. That said, it looks like Jarvis Landry said he's going to be able to play. They said if Baker Mayfield's healthy enough, he's going to play as well. So many question marks surrounding this game. It is a complete stay away for me until I get a much clearer picture as to where these two teams stand. 46.5 your total in that one. And finally, Seattle Seahawks, Washington football team. This one opened with the football team as a 2.5 point underdog, and people said that line is not correct. And this thing has flipped all the way to the football team being a 1 point favorite in this one, a total of 46.5. Russell Wilson, it looks like, just came back too soon for the Seattle Seahawks. He has not played well. He has looked pretty bad, actually, out there since he has returned from injury. And the Washington football team, despite the fact they lost Chase Young, looks like they're playing a little bit better defense. Looks like they figured some stuff out on offense. They've gotten a little bit healthier as well. Taylor Heineke is making a couple of plays. And you look at this and, man, I actually have the football team as a better football team than the Seattle Seahawks right now, which is pretty crazy to say at this point in the season, but that's what you're getting. Russell Wilson, I think, is not playing healthy, and I think it's actually to the detriment of his team. Guys, as always, everything absolutely free over here on Play Picks and Lines. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button here on the channel. All you got to do is be a subscriber to the channel, and you're automatically entered into a giveaway we're doing before the end of the year. You want to see this odds page, all you do is just click odds up there. It'll take you right to this page. You can toggle between your state as well, so you can find all of these really good sign-up offers, which you need to be taking advantage of because you can see, one, you need the best number. You want to make sure you're able to get the number that you want, but also look at these free bets, match bets, all the things like that. You have to take advantage of all of those. And also, we added a Discord channel, so click right up here in the top right-hand corner. Click that little Discord thing. It'll take you and sign up and come chat with us. College basketball with Eli, football with me and the guys, and it's a fun time over there, so be sure and do that as well. Let us know in the comment section if there's anything. Give us a thumbs up, and then let us know in the comment section if there's any of these lines that really jump off the page to you. Have you bet anything early in the week? What are you watching for? And good luck on all your bets here in Week 12.